Welcome, everybody, to Hardin Local. Happy Tuesday, everybody. How are you guys all doing?
So, Bill,
How's it going?
What's up?
What's up, Kevin? Glad to see you.
Hey, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. Today is September 16th, and we've had quite the week, I know, everybody. And we're looking to entertain and distract and to also keep you informed. Okay? So thank you for joining us. This week we have Kevin Jaggers as our special guest. We're going to be chatting.
What's up, y'all?
What's and I had a flashback, a deja vu moment to those, were they commercials? Where they just be it was, I don't know. Maybe that predates some people here. Not sure. And then, of course, we have Nathaniel Ryan with Business News.
I've got
John
plenty.
and John O'Brien with local
JLB.
event. JLB cooked us some good hamburgers yesterday downtown.
What I
Newtown.
heard, man. They look quite tasty.
They were
They were
good.
great.
They were good.
They even had used the local butcher meat. How many of those burgers did you cook?
So we cooked a little over 100 double cheeseburgers. So that's
Wow.
220 some burgers for the double cheeseburgers. And I do want to say a little shout out. Thank you, local butcher. Gave us a great deal on the meat. Street Kitchen, they donated all the Martin potato rolls to us. I was going to use them to buy them. They said, hey, you're giving them away for free. Here you go. Free rolls for the buns. Also want to thank BBT for letting us have it here. Always great to have a community event here. And a couple people that helped me out in the background. AJ, Dubs Grubs, Instagram, helped me out with the cooking. He and I knocked out 200 burgers, 100 double cheeseburgers. And then also Jamie, couldn't have done it without her. She was helping wrap up those burgers, run them to BBT while we were still cooking. I appreciate all of them and everybody that came out.
That's awesome.
It was great. And Jamie even, I saw her carry, she found a couple nice individuals to help her carry the cooler in the first time through. So that was awesome.
Oh, yeah. And that's what it's about. It's about the community, right? About everybody coming together, having a fun time and just enjoying each other's company while having some free double cheeseburgers.
That's true. And then we also have
cheap.
Scott. Oh,
Free's pretty cheap.
Dirt cheap.
Yeah,
cheap.
that's awesome.
And then we have Scott Lucas, who's my co-host. Hey,
What's up, Bill?
how's it going?
Not too bad, man. Just got done with my workout, so had to make it on here and looking forward to hearing what Kevin's got to say. What's up, Kev?
What's up, man?
We're looking forward
Day
to it.
paradise.
There you go.
Chuck Hall said, and the sponsor. I'm not sure what that is a reference to, but
Oh, I forgot about the folks that sponsored the event, RT Construction and Fence It Now. They gave me all the money to take care of everything, so I can't forget about them either. They hooked it up.
That sounds like Russell Thompson and Mike Claxton.
thank you guys. Definitely. It was great. All right. Well, today we're going to start off the order of how we'll do this live stream is we'll start with Kevin and interview him. Then we'll move on to business news and lastly events. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me switch. Hey, Kevin. I've heard you've had a lot of changes in your life lately, man. And I did get
Yeah.
to see you down there at the Country Fest.
Yeah,
And that was kind of cool. I got some questions about that too, but we'll just dig
For sure.
into it.
okay. Yeah, dive
Let's
right in.
go. Dive right in. I like to start with something simple. So what is your go-to karaoke song when you're not performing professionally?
Man, something that's not country. Yeah, if I'm gonna do karaoke, we gotta throw some people off, you know. So I don't know.
I heard one song that
Lately-
you did was Gin and Juice.
I've done that. I have done that.
Yeah, you did a good
Oh,
version.
absolutely. Let's see. Hot in Here, Nelly. That's one.
Yep.
And then let's see. Mr. Brightside's always a good one. But I kind of cheat.
yeah.
I do that one at chefs. So
That's a great one, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That works. So, how did you find your way into juggling two different careers, being program director at the Wolf and then also being a recording artist?
Yeah, man. It's definitely weird. I wasn't expecting to do it, that's for sure. But it worked out really good. The people that own the radio station, Todd and Amy Bush, they are awesome people, and they kind of stepped in, taking over management and stuff. And when they did that, I was coming back from, I was in LA, and I went to NAM out there. It's one of the big like industry equipment showcases, and I'd come back, and of course, I still did my midday show, and they had asked me what I thought about coming back, and I was, yeah, if we can make it work, and I can still tour and do all that stuff, that sounds good. And I took some time to build up the Wolf a little bit again. To we're still constantly building, right? Growth is not an overnight thing by any means, um, but yeah, they're super good with my tour schedule and stuff. Like, I'm leaving Thursday to go and play some shows in Myrtle Beach, and then Gatlinburg next week, and can still do the show and everything. So it works out really good.
That's great. It's like the internet, I guess, right? Has changed how
Yeah,
you can do your job a little bit
kind
whenever
of.
with radio on the radio side anyway.
Yeah, kind of. We've actually just had a major equipment upgrade, so we just redid this studio that I'm in, and that's been really cool. And we upgraded the software and the automation system that we use, which it really helps me. So I can bring my studio pretty much anywhere, and that's an awesome thing.
That's pretty cool. I did see your at the Country Fest. I saw your setup, especially with the
Yeah,
cameras and
that's the
everything.
Wolf's Mobile Studio, so that's a really cool thing too.
That's pretty awesome. And
Yeah.
we'll get more into that in a few. See, now I've used some AI tools to create some of these questions. So if they're not quite right,
Let's go.
forget. Growing up in
Let's do it.
Sonora and now in Elizabethtown,
Yeah.
what inspired you to stay rooted here instead of moving full time to Nashville, or did you and then come back? I'm not real sure.
Yeah, so I tried a couple times, but they were very short stints because I love Nashville. Don't get me wrong. There's so much to do there. It's a lot of fun. It's not my favorite place to live though. And I think I'm kind of like you guys, you saw something really special in this community and saw something special in just E-Town as a whole, and I think that's why I'm rooted here. It's because not only is it home, not only is it centrally located for wherever I do need to go, but nothing else just feels the same. So
That's great. That's a great answer too.
I try.
So, what is your drive to the drive to excel in both careers? I mean, it's hard enough, I know, just to be doing one career, but
Yeah.
you're doing broadcasting and music. What drives you to do that and then to do it well?
Do it well. That's a loaded one. I don't know. A lot of it is just not only my passion for music, but passion for radio too. When you look at everything that's kind of happened in the world when it comes to natural disasters here recently with the fires out in California and the hurricanes down in North Carolina, one thing that I think a lot of people saw was relying on radio when other things weren't working, and so there's not only still a need for it in emergency times, but I still think that it's got a power and significant power at that. And then just my love for country music, man. I love all kinds of it, not just the stuff that's coming out now, not just the '90s country. I love all of it. So I think those two things and being able to do them at the same time, that's a cool thing too.
I think so. I think it's unique,
Yeah, absolutely.
very unique. So what's the bigger why behind your work and the impact you hope to make in Hardin County and, around with your music audience too, but specifically Hardin County?
Yeah, I mean, kind of expanding on just sometimes everything that is life can really, I don't want to say get you down, but it's always good to have some positive distraction from some things that go on. And, my goal as an entertainer, as a personality, is to keep that entertainment. And also, on the radio side, when it does come time that we do need to relay important information, of course, like you guys, um, we're here to do that. But my main goal is to entertain, and I love seeing people smile. I love seeing people have a good time, and that's the longer why for me.
Makes sense. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool. How
and
do
it's
you
fun.
approach? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I mean, you always do a good job. There's things that I'll watch on the Wolf Facebook page
yeah,
just because you're on camera and it's always interesting.
yeah.
So
I
highly
appreciate that,
suggest,
man. Thank you. Yeah,
yeah, highly suggest anybody that hasn't checked out the Wolf's Facebook page, you gotta check it out. And also
absolutely.
Kevin Jaggers' Facebook page too. All
Yes.
right. How do you approach programming and connecting with listeners on the radio? Is that
Ooh,
different than with your music? I would assume it is.
yeah,
But
absolutely. Because, it's funny. There's stuff that can go over really well on radio that will absolutely bomb at a show. And it's just, there's no way of avoiding it. There's some that work in both. And I think the advantage for me is I'm around all of it and I'm listening to all of it and I'm thinking about that in my head all the time. So that really helps out at shows. When it comes to programming, though, the big thing in country music, and I'm sure that it's in other genres, but I'm more familiar with the country side of things. But there's always this, well, that ain't country, and I want George Strait, Alan Jackson, or I want George Jones and Merle Haggard and that kind of stuff. And then there's this new country wave, and then the subgenres of country and the alt country and all that kind of stuff. So there's so many different people that you have to try to please, right? And so the thing that I try to do is just mix it all together the best I can, but also have some kind of flow to where you're not just like, boom, here's Shabuzi, then bam, here's Merle Haggard. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
have some kind of structure of it, and that's fun to do too because it's like a puzzle. So it's the inner nerd in me comes out, and that's something that I really love. So
yeah, no, something that we have to do here since we've restarted the podcast is just try to think through what people want to hear because part of
yeah,
our job is entertaining during it, but also being informative. So
yep,
I can look at the analytics and tell usually, but for you, you got two different things maybe mixed up. If you got your music, your shows, and then this, probably hard to keep it straight. So I think you do a great job with it.
well, thank you, man. What's a really cool thing that's been here recently that we haven't really talked about because it's a different thing to kind of grasp, but the Wolf is actually a reporting station now. And what that means is we actually work with the labels and different people in Nashville to push these records. And so they'll call and, try to talk to me about different songs, get me to listen to different stuff so they can get more spins and climb the charts. And so that's been a really weird adjustment. That usually happens in major markets, but I mean, I think that just attests to the growth of this area in Elizabethtown.
I think so. And the growth of the Wolf too, I would guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Must have more listeners for that to be
Yeah.
something that they're doing now, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What can people expect from your midday happy hour show? Like, I don't know why it says happy hour. Do you call it that? Like, I don't know if the AI said that or not.
Yeah, it might be, but yeah,
Yeah.
it can be. It might as well
What?
be. It
Oh,
should be.
I
Yeah.
think I was happy hour when Kevin's around.
Yeah,
I
completely
don't know
down for it
where
to be a happy hour. Yeah.
I don't know where Claude pulled that from. But,
I thought
But
but
he
it
was
goes
calling
10 to
Jaggers
3.
with Jaggers.
yeah, I'm gonna put that there now. That's gonna happen.
Jaggers with Jaggers. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So it's 10 to 3 every day
yeah,
or on the weekdays, right? So
on the
what can
weekdays.
people expect, that don't already know what to expect?
I just like to keep the energy up. If you're a country music fan, you're gonna hear a little bit of everything, but also just, I think that just having some light conversation and playing some good tunes, it can go a long way. So
Great. How has it been being a recording artist? How's that shaped your radio programming and artist interviews? Because I've noticed it,
oh,
at the,
tremendously. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. I think it's made me better at it. I'm not good at it by any means. Actually, I was just talking to one of my colleagues here and a friend of mine about, just the interview process, and that's something that I want to get better at. But yeah, I definitely think it shaped me because I've been on the other end of it. So it's something that I haven't went through like a actual media training like a lot of the artists do. I would be really interested in doing that, but just having that different perspective, I definitely think helps. And I think that helps not only being able to do it, but forming the questions and like you guys, just finding out what people want to hear about.
Mhm. Yeah, I noticed like when you were interviewing Sam Hunt at the Highland Country Fest, that you
Yeah.
were like a little more personal than I think most people would. And I
Mhm.
guess that's because you are an artist as well.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Um, and then speaking of the Highland Farms Country Fest, what was it like performing and then also interviewing artists like all in the same time? It's like I know went from doing your set almost
Absolutely
immediately to
crazy.
interviewing.
Absolutely crazy. That's exactly what that was. It was a lot of running, a lot of golf cart rides from one side of the festival grounds to another. But yeah, it was super great. It's one of those great examples of me getting to do both things in one. And
Yeah.
I think it's anytime that I get to bring them together, it's a super cool thing for me. And of course, that was the biggest set of interviews that I've done with the highest caliber of artists that I've worked with. So that's another really cool thing. But yeah, there was a lot of first, and it was a lot of fun. It was very busy though.
Yeah, I noticed like because I came back with you guys before Sam Hunt came and was interviewed
Yeah.
after your first show, and like yeah, you guys were having a great time, and I ended up
Oh
having a lot
yeah.
of fun hanging out with you and the rest of the Wolf crew back there before Sam
Yeah,
Hunt.
and I'm glad you did too, man. That was a fun weekend. Crazy.
It
JOB
was.
knows about that too. He was out there, and Nathaniel Bryan. I saw you, and yeah, it was a great
Yeah.
time. Shout out to Jimmy and Missy for that.
Yeah, what was your overall opinion of how the whole thing was run? I know we conversed about it and we were just real impressed about how
Yeah,
Jimmy and his team ran it. We even noticed like like the second day, they must have talked about things that night and then they changed, they added a standing room and kind of moved the porta potties around and make
yeah,
it even work better. Yeah, you want to speak just a little to that event, just since
for
it was
sure.
local?
I think that Jimmy really puts it best when you talk to him, right?
Mhm.
About his why he wanted to do the festival, and not speaking for him, but I've heard him enough times say it. But um, he actually enjoys going to concerts, and he wants that experience for the community. And that was one thing that I loved hearing when we first got involved, both in the radio station and, of course, me ended up playing it. But I think that was the big thing, right? So, yeah, they absolutely did talk about it and started making some changes and stuff. But it was with the concert goer in mind. And I think that sets them apart from so many different other festivals.
Yeah, that's what I think, and I think like I was talking to Nate about it after too, because we were there, and also Job was there too.
It'll
But
be,
I just thought it was great. I thought that
yeah,
they really tried to put their shoes, put their feet in the shoes of like somebody that was gonna be there,
yeah.
and I had a great time. One of the best times I've had at any music festival my entire life. So I hope they do it again
And
next year.
honestly, I really do think that it was my favorite first year festival that I've been to. And I've been to a lot of festivals, been to a lot of concerts. And I'm not just saying that because it was in E-Town. I really do think that they did an excellent job, especially year one.
Yeah. And I'm hoping, and I think too, this is probably true because everybody I've talked to, I think the people that were there, they'll be talking it up and
Yeah,
telling their friends, next time you guys got to come out there. It was an awesome time because it really
absolutely.
was. That sunset coming down during the shows, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All
It was the place
right.
to be.
It sure was. What's your most memorable? I can't talk today. Memorable.
It's okay.
You get it?
I'm like that
Experience
too.
opening for an artist. What was your favorite one or experience in that situation?
Gosh. I think there's so many. Um, Trace Atkins was really memorable. Um, just because of height difference. I don't know if you guys, well, if you've seen me before, I'm by no means the tallest person in the room by a long shot. I'm a solid 5'5" on a good day, depending on how high my hat is. But um, Trace Atkins is a big dude. He is huge, and I remember getting off stage and I almost bumped into him, but it was just like a wall. And so I look up and I'm like, "Hey, Mr. Atkins, thanks for letting me open for you." And he's like, "Well, I'm just glad you all had fun." And that was pretty cool. I don't know. The first year that they did Spotify House in in Nashville for CMA Fest, that was a really big one. Um, and then let's see. I don't know. There's so many. Highland Farms was a great one. The first time that I did a tour run right after I turned 22, that was pretty cool too. So we did like 15 different cities, and that was awesome.
So that means that how long have you been doing that type of touring?
Oh
You're how old
gosh,
now?
I'm 29.
So
Yeah,
okay, 7 years at least, if not
yeah,
longer.
yeah.
That's it's crazy how fast time goes by. I swear.
It is, man. It really is.
It really. What is where is the best place that you prefer people to find your EPs and your music? Where do you make the most money? For when they go to get it.
The answer to that is nowhere. But uh, yeah, I really don't make any money off of the digital stuff, just being honest.
Yeah.
It takes so many thousands and 10,000s of streams to even really see a profit from that, right? But that is, I mean, as an artist, that's something that you have to do, right? Getting music out to people, and that's one of the things that I'm working on as we speak too, is getting more music out. But yeah, I would say any of the digital platforms. So if you listen to, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever you listen on, that's the best place to go.
Okay. And do you sell merch or actual or
Yeah,
CDs or
in
any vinyl
spurts.
albums? Okay.
In
That's
spurts. Vinyl is crazy expensive.
mhm.
So I haven't done that yet, but pretty much any of the other stuff I've done before. And so
And
try to have that out. I know that we're planning on doing something hopefully later this year for that. So
yeah. Then that's like the best place to find it out about that is on your website. The,
yeah, or Facebook or
okay.
Instagram, TikTok, any of that stuff.
Any of them. That's great. Keep it
Yeah.
all consistent across all the
I try
platforms.
to. I'm not the
Yeah.
best at it, that's for sure. But I'm
Yeah,
working on
neither.
it.
We're
Work in
getting there.
progress. Yeah.
Um, what's your favorite venue or performances like where you've played? I know you played like Bluebird Cafe, I think.
Yeah.
Some other places like that. What is your favorite venue to play at?
So far, hands down was the locals at the stage show. I think that was
I don't think I've been
super
there.
cool. Yeah, yeah. We did that a couple years ago. It was me, Casey and Romy, and Grafenberg. But just there's something about a hometown crowd and being able to do that. That was really cool.
Like Davis said, tell Kevin to call me when he's done here. Laugh out loud.
That would be Dave Crabtree, who is going to be going with me. We're playing in Myrtle Beach this weekend, like I said, and so yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Once good. I noticed that you were involved with like Dirty Dog Bash
Yeah.
and some other nonprofits. But tell us a little bit more about like what you like to support and how you kind of work with other nonprofits.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. Mike from the Hardin County Animal Shelter was just in here. So, but no, so I love the Friends of Hardin County Animal Shelter. I think they do some great things to help Mike and everybody at the shelter. Um, animals got a special place in my heart, of course. And there's several different nonprofits that I like to work with. I love United Way of Central Kentucky. I think they do some great work as well, and really benefits some of those other nonprofits and different things that are around here and based in our community. But yeah, no, the Dirty Dog Bash is a really fun one. I've been really fortunate to do that the past several years. And I always look forward to that because it's such a great event, and it's great to see all the people in the community support that.
And I also read that you had a scare at a very hot
Yeah,
local event.
that is the first time that I've ever passed out on stage.
Yeah,
So,
how was that? Was that
not
a
great,
scary
not great at all.
situation, or was
Yeah,
it just?
so yeah, what happened? It was 106 in the building. I think that's what one of the firefighter people told me. And it was one of those things, we were at White Mills days. I got through my whole set, but I could tell something was off. And I drank water and a whole bunch of water, actually. I chugged like 5 on the stage. And then I got through the second chorus of Friends in Low Places, which was my last song. And then I cut it short. I was like, thank you guys, have a good night. And I unplugged my guitar, and then I ended up just kind of falling back on a church pew backstage. So that was yeah. Then
Yeah,
I
well,
then
I'm
I got
glad
cooled down.
love
And,
it.
yeah. Then I got
Glad you're
cooled down,
okay.
and yeah, that was a experience for sure. But the people at White Mills Days were so great, and everybody was checking on me, concerned, and all that. And so I was really fortunate.
All right. Well, we're about time. We're about out of time, so I'm going to move to the last question. What are
Go
you
for it.
excited about? Upcoming music, radio projects, community events. I know you said you were going to go do some touring.
Yeah.
What do you got coming up?
Got the shows. I know that we're gonna plan some more E-Town shows here soon, so be looking for that. We'll be hitting up BBT very soon, JOB. So, but yeah, excited about that. Still writing new music and stuff, and a lot of things happening with the Wolf. So that's been really exciting. Concert season is still very much in full swing right now, so that's been a lot of fun.
Okay, yeah, and I also forgot one other question.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk for a moment about your recent engagement? I know you got engaged.
Yeah, that's been a big change in my life, and yes, thank you guys. No, Paige is absolutely the best thing that's happened in my life, hands down. And so, yeah, finally made that official, and yeah, we're planning a wedding and all the good things. So it's been very, very awesome. I'm truly blessed. So
If you need a
Congratu-
travel agent for your honeymoon, I happen to know one.
come on with it. Let's go. I'm ready, Nate. Let's do it.
Well, we thank you, Kevin, for joining us, and we're glad
Yeah,
that
thank you guys.
we're glad you got engaged. We're glad you got
Yeah.
multiple jobs and that you're killing it. And
Well, hey, you guys are killing it too. Thank you guys for having me on the show today.
yeah, and you can. I know you're probably busy, so you can either drop off or you can hang out while we do the rest. It's up to you.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I'll catch you guys later. I'll start
All
watching.
right.
See you
All
guys.
right.
All right. See
See
you.
you
Later.
guys. All right, that was great. What are y'all ready to do some business news?
Sure. I thought about making this last, but I don't think it would make any sense to because everybody keeps talking about it, keeps asking us, and around town, you've heard about it. The national/area nightmare is over. K-Pot is opening. They're opening on October 1st. I made a post. All sorts of stuff going on. They are hiring. They posted they are hiring now. So that's going on. You can go on their Facebook group or Facebook page, and then the page itself. I think when I posted it and found it, Erin kind of let me know that they'd started one, and Erin's a friend of the program. She does great with the E-Town group. I think the time she sent it to me, it had like 20 followers, and once I posted it, it went up to over 100 very quickly. So it's glad to see K-Pot. Also on the restaurant beat, Phoenix Grill and Pub. Nikki Jaggers was wanting to put a pub and grill in the former Goldenrod. Kevin just talked about the state. Basically, the Goldenrod's right across from the state, maybe a few feet off, but you can see the thing. It's over there, but that will not be happening. Two stores that have just opened up. I went out to take pictures of both. Horizon Pack and Ship is now in E-Town's, the Town Mall Kroger Shopping Center. I think it's called Town Center with an E. It is in the former Kroger Liquors, so it's in that corner. Pet Supply Plus, Tapered Salons over there, kind of down from Crumble. So I hope you all know where I'm talking about. They give you lots of clues. It's over there. They offer packing, shipping, and business services as a FedEx authorized ship center and a UPS shipping outlet. So obviously, when people have to return stuff or ship stuff out, if you're a small business like Etsy, that'll make it easier for them. John, I know this is downtown. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but 31W Smokes, it's a vape and smoke shop, is now open in the former Out in the Vine location in the Elizabethtown Evolution Fitness building downtown. I passed it the other day on my way down. I know some people are sad. Spirit Halloween is not coming to E-Town. I know a few weeks on the show we said it was. Drove by Joanne a few days ago. Nothing going. Went on their website, and E-Town's been completely removed. So there's no more Spirit Halloween. I know they have several in Louisville. I think Bowling Green might have one. Check an empty building somewhere. Might be there. They are not coming. They didn't make an announcement. It's no longer coming. And now for the fun confusion that I dealt with this past weekend. Over on my side of town, I am a South Ender. I live on 210 and have for over a decade. A small city posted for sale sign was briefly there, and I'm thinking, I don't even know if it was up for 2 weeks, maybe a week. I remember it for 4 days. I got a picture of it. It's very small. I've seen yard sale signs bigger than this thing. Anyway, it was basically right across from Long John Silver's. The city does own 2 lots there. One is a 1/4 acre lot, roughly. Another one's 1.5 acre lot, roughly. It's not exactly because they're not square. One's more of a triangle, and one's a trapezoid, if I remember my geography or geometry. See, I don't even remember the right thing. I don't know if both lots were open or both lots were for sale or not. But I have a feeling we will have news on those lots very, very soon. I've been told somebody that we all know, we all love. They are very well respected in this community. I've been told somebody that has a very familiar name in this area will be adding a location. So we shall see. Another for sale sign.
Gotta keep tuning in, right? You gotta keep tuning into the podcast, and we'll let you know as soon as we know.
Yep, it's not official. I've heard rumors. I've not heard. There's nothing I can pin down and say, yeah, this is definite. Like, it's not like Malibu Jacks that I knew. I had documents. I had talked to people that was with it, but this one I can't confirm yet. I won't even do it on my group, on my Facebook page. We will see. Also, across from Publix, which is a very hot corner, a for sale sign went up there. People thought, and I made the assumption too, I was wrong, that Don Franklin Auto was no longer coming. This is actually the smaller location next to it. The Don Franklin lot's about 20 acres. It's about 3. So this is the lot next to it. Don Franklin, as far as I know, is still coming. They met with the city planning. They are still on the way. This is the other lot, which was originally, according to Danny O'Brien. I don't know if John knows him at all, but he let us know that he was pretty sure that used to be, they were planning a gas station there years ago, and it fell through. But this is that lot. Don Franklin's still coming. Obviously, Publix moving a mile a minute. That they're going up quick. And then you got the VA over there too, basically, which is off Foxfire. So all that area is just a hot zone right now. Went out to Big Lots. If you haven't been out there in a while, it looks fantastic. They are redoing the exterior with brown metal. I am not a developer. I'm not a construction person. Part of it is thin and part of it is wide, and they kind of alternate. They still have a little bit more to do, and this is when I went on Saturday or Sunday. So they got a little bit more going on there. And then I love living in this area because the pumpkin patches, you don't have to go all the way to Huber's. I mean, I know Huber's are our friends, and we like it. But Thomas Dairy Farm, the Super Mario maze opens this weekend. That's over at Thomas Dairy Farm. If you've been out there, if you're going toward Lakers, everybody loves Lakers. It's a legend. It's be up on the left. I think you can kind of see Central Hardin from that part of 62. Litchfield Road, wherever you want to call it. It's very close to Central Hardin. They're opening this weekend. They also did a fabulous Sunflower Festival that I went to a few weeks ago. I've never done a Sunflower Festival. They also do a great Christmas thing. Mink and Walters, they are opening this weekend as well. Crawford's, which I could walk to if I had a nice little sidewalk on 210, but thank you, County, I do not. But I could, if I walk around the corner, I can see Crawford Farms. They're opening next weekend, and the Pumpkin Wagon is already open. So all that's going on. I will be hitting out the Haunted Theater in Radcliffe. They're going to give me a special sneak peek for them and some other haunts. I know that I usually team up with Kaylee Buchanan and Lindsay Akers of Hardin County Honda to do the trunk or treats and all that stuff. So we'll have that going on too. But that's all I got for this week. But it was quite a lot.
That was quite a bit going on. If you guys own businesses or work for people and you guys have updates, you can always just send them to our just private messages on Facebook or send Nate a PM on his page.
Not him.
And especially if you're opening or anything like that, or making a big change in what you do, make sure you guys let us know.
Yeah,
we do our best.
I was going reaching out. It's the easiest way. I know that Bradshaw last week said he didn't know who I was until somebody let me know. Just reach out, send me a message, tag me in a post. A lot of these people that I've built relationships with, Little Charlie's, Bradshaw's, Social on Maid, Hub House, other places, that just let me know. Somebody tags me and said, "Hey, Nate, you might want to know this. I don't charge at all. Eventually, we might be revenue, but we are pre-revenue for now." But yeah, just let us know. We'll get it out there. I love new businesses. I kind of like the backstage stuff. I got to go backstage. I like Proof Golf to see what they were doing. Cosmic Golf, I documented all their stuff. Malibu Jags, I documented. So yeah, just give me a heads up. I love going out there. Probably on a weekend or a morning because I work second shift. But just let us know.
All right, we got a comment from Danny O'Brien. The new smoke shop should do well. You can pick up your smokes either coming to or leaving from working out at the gym next door.
It's almost like doing, you got your dumbbells. So if you're smoking or drinking, you got your workout too. So.
I hate to make fun of the location, but a few years ago, we had a Weight Watchers right next to Baskin Robbins by John Hardin.
That's great.
Product placement at its finest.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll move on to events with John now. Thank you, Nate.
Yeah.
What you got for us? It looks like a bunch of events.
We've got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, very, very, very much. So starting out today, we got the YPN bingo at Social on Main. It's a boombox bingo where pretty much they play a song. You know it. You mark it off on your cards. It's a fun event. Teddy over there on Social on Main runs that. Real fun time. It's 6:15 to about 8:30. Also, local expert Connie Wade is hosting a live webinar today at 3 p.m. So after you're done with us, go ahead and log on. It's about food sensitivities, how they happen, and how to decode them. It's at go.wadewellness.org/webinar. Again, so if you have any kind of problems, you think, oh, I don't know why, she can maybe help you out with that. Tomorrow, we got the farmers market, 9 to 12, down on Peterson Drive. So if you want some food, maybe somebody let me know if they have some pawpaws down there. I'm still looking for pawpaws. It's pawpaw season. Still haven't found any. I need to go out looking in the forest, though. Also, I mean, they're good. They're so good. And I've had my little fix from the AL8 pawpaw, but it's not the same thing. At the State Theater, we also have the Way Back Wednesday. They're playing The American President, $5 entry fee to that. So that's at 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. So if you don't get the first one, there they are. There's those pawpaws. They're so good.
Had to help you out there, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. They're amazing. Like I said, you can put them in the fridge and you pull it out. It's almost like custard, like a cold cream custard, but it's amazing flavor. So Thursday, got a long day Thursday, starting out with the business breakfast, big business at breakfast at the Calvin Community Center in Radcliffe. It's a networking event. with Larry Horn. So check that out. Also, the toddler and preschool story time at the Hardin County Public Library, 10 to 11 a.m. Hardin County Farmers Market again in the evening, 5 to 8 p.m. And also got John Langley is playing a little guitar during that time as well. Food trucks will be out there. It'd be a good time. Gracie Yates is going to be at Tavern in the Garden. If you guys haven't heard Gracie Yates, you are missing it. I know Kevin said he's heading out of town. I guarantee he would be there to hear her play Snake Farm. If you all haven't heard Kevin or her play the song Snake Farm, you're missing out. It's a amazing love story. A little too much to go into right now, but it's a great song. Also, starting the River Days Festival, which is gonna be a fun time out at the Veterans Memorial Park at West Point. It's a West Point festival. They got food trucks, golf park poker run, and karaoke at 7:30.
Yeah, I think I have something up on screen on it.
A little
But
image for that. Awesome, yeah.
I also have it. If you go to hardinlocal.com on our link tree there, I put like a weekend events PDF there, and it has these different things we're about to talk about, these different days, all in one PDF that you just look at, so you know what's going on.
That's right. Yeah. So again, also the Heartland Quilt Show starts day one. It's at the Hardin County Extension Office, showcasing local quilts from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday. Upton Days, day number 1. I think we might have a little screenshot of what's going on for that as well. Starts on Friday. A beauty pageant, Jeff Bates acoustic show. It's free. Donations are welcome. Really.
But like I say, it's there on hardinlocal.com. You can find this PDF that has all this in there, so I'm not going to keep switching to it.
And then also we've got the Rivers Days Festival. Again, day number 2 at West Point. More vendors, food trucks, Meatloaf Tribute. That sounds like a good time. Love on the Dashboard, right? It's a good song.
I think your camera went off, John.
Can everybody hear
Great.
me?
I think you're having
buddy.
might be having some connectivity issues.
Let me switch out. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. We can't see you.
Oh, can't see me. Oh man. Well, I mean that's not
Sorry,
the
John
worst thing in the
Cena.
world, right? I mean, I feel like my voice is a lot better than the way I look. I'll tell you that.
Let's go with that.
As long as there's no distortion on like what it sounds like. I mean, we just keep rolling, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, just keep rolling. I'll replace you with these slides, you know. There we go. Go for it. But I do think we're losing him on audio some too. So while he's struggling, I'll go take back where he was at. We were on Friday. We were talking about Upton Days. Day 1, they have a beauty pageant and a Jeff Bates acoustic concert at 7:30 p.m. at the Upton Community Center. Free donations are welcome. Also, River Days out in West Point. Let's get John back on here. There you go. You're back, sir. Hey, can you hear us, John? We'll give him a few minutes there. I'll keep going. River Days Festival, Day 2, West Point. They're going to have, vendors, food trucks, mini golf, games, Meatloaf tribute. I don't know what a Meatloaf tribute is, but
Meatloaf, the artist, I think.
Oh, okay. Shows what I know about Meatloaf, the artist. And then there's also going to be a mullet contest, which I think would be real interesting. Let me get John back on. There you go. Can we hear you, though? That's the real question. He's still struggling. We can hear you now, John, if you can't hear us. So, we'll give him a second. And then we also have the big final concert. We also have the big final concert at Freeman Lake with Countywide and Van Winkle and the Spirits. And that will be on Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. We have a standalone video on our page about that, but that'll be out there at the Emerald Cathedral at Freeman Lake. We actually had Matt Deneen on last week, and he was talking about that event. And then there's also going to be a Hope Rising banquet, sunrise children's service. I don't know if it's a sunrise because it says 6 p.m. Elizabethtown. And this is going to be supporting local children's services. We'll try to find more out about that event and stick it on the link tree, hardinlocal.com. Also, high school football games. You want to talk about that real quick, Nate?
Yeah, big weekend. Central Hardin and Fort Knox are both being Louisville. Central Hardin's playing Cal, the defending state champion. So that's a tough one for the Bruins. Fort Knox is going to Louisville Valley. John Hardin will be going down to Lebanon to play Marion County. All right, wait, John Hardin might be home. Take that back. I think John Hardin's home against Marion County, and E-Town is home against Nelson County. I know that all these are 7:30 kickoffs until we flip over to fall back, and then usually they go to 7. So usually it's 7:30, which would be good because it is a bit of a hot weekend right now. That's all going on. So 4 games for the area for the Hardin County teams this week.
All right.
I forgot
John,
where North Hardin was at. I might have to check
I
that.
think we don't have that on the list. If you find that, let me know. John, can you hear us yet? Not yet.
Yeah, let me go back
So
and check that.
I'll mute him for now. But we'll keep on going. Saturday, we have quite a few events, it looks like. Can you hear us, John? No. Just shake your head if you can hear us.
No, he can't.
Okay. We got Hardin County's Farmer Market, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. at 200, Peterson Drive. They're going to have that Saturday morning. And also the Scouts BSA Troops 829 Craft Fair will be 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at First Presbyterian Church in Elizabethtown. Also, again, you'll have more Upton days on day 2. The parade lineup starts at 9 a.m. There'll be food trucks, kid zones. The kid zone, I think, is 11 to 1:30 with $10 you can pay for unlimited rides. And then we also have something called a Mystical Moon Market, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Pritchard Community Center on Saturday. There'll be vendors with oddities, arts, jewelry. I think it was $5 admission. Kids 12 and under are free. And there's also going to be a bilingual story time, 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 at the Hardin County Public Library. And then also Colesburg Baptist Church Fall Festival and Fish Fries, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday. They're going to have the games and stuff at 3 p.m. And then they'll move to the fish fry at 5 p.m. And it's a family-friendly community event that you can take your family to. And then also out in Westport, they'll have the last day of the River Days Festival, which will have a parade at 11. There'll be vendors, games, and fireworks at dusk. And also downtown Elizabethtown, they're going to have Oktoberfest. Noon Rotary puts that on every year for the last several years. They're going to be downtown in the Quincy lot, and they'll have a free show with Josh Mitchell, Dave, Dale, and the Caribou. Vendors from 4 p.m. on. There's also a pickleball open that day on the 20th and 21st at the American Legion, but registration ended on September 14th. But I thought it was kind of cool, so I thought maybe you could, if you're interested in pickleball, they have a Facebook page now. It's called the Elizabethtown Pickleball Commission page, which I think is pretty cool. You can check that out to find out other events they have in the future. And also, we'll have another event on Saturday in Radcliffe called the Radcliffe Cultural Festival, which starts at 4 p.m. It's at the City Hall in Radcliffe. And last but not least, the class of 1975 50th reunion is at 3rd and Landing, I think around 5 p.m., dinner at 6 p.m. That's the Elizabethtown High School class of 75 50th anniversary. Which is crazy to me that it's 50th because, that seems old. But I hope you guys have fun out there. All right. We'll move on to Sunday. John, can you hear us? I got you muted right now. I think he's just got a problem there. But we'll keep on moving. On Sunday, September 21st, we got the USSA Legends of the Fall baseball tournament out at the Elizabethtown Sports Park. It continues out throughout the weekend. So there's that. And then also on Sunday evening, they're going to have a social academy, a pizza making masterclass from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 6 o'clock. And it'll be at Social and Main in Elizabethtown. So I think that sounds pretty cool. This is something new I noticed that Social and Main's been doing. They've been offering different types of cooking classes, which I think is pretty cool. So check that out on Sunday at 4 to 6 p.m. You can also find it on Social and Main's Facebook page. You can go there to find more information. And then we don't normally cover the next week's events, but we're going to do that real quick because there was a couple things here on Monday, September 22nd. There's a teddy bear clinic. So those of you that have younger kids, 10 a.m. at the Hardin County Public Library. And also there's going to be a E-Town City Council work session at Pritchard Community Center at 4:30 p.m. If you want to stay up on what's going on in the city council during that work session, that'll be there. Also, Tuesday, September 23rd, which would be next week today, there's going to be the Hardin County Physical Court meeting, a voting meeting, and that's at 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. in the physical courtroom. I can never say it right.
Physical.
Physical. 150 North Provident Way, and that is that's something that the county's done to move some of these meetings to after 5 o'clock so that the public can participate, or at least not really participate, but at least be there and see what's going on. You can also watch a lot of those meetings if you're interested in county government on their YouTube channel. They stream a lot of those meetings. And then also, I think that night the E-Town Planning Commission is having a reoccurring public meeting from 6 to 7 p.m. I don't know where that meeting's at.
That's at Pritchard. And that's usually where I get a lot of my information. That's how I knew Baskin Robbins was coming. They have not posted the agenda yet on their PDF. It looks like they're not even updating their website, the Planning Commission website currently. I had to go ask somebody when they were meeting again, but they should post it, I think, 48 hours before they go live. So hopefully Tuesday for the show, I'll have what's being talked about. You asked me about football. It's North Hardin at Valley. So North Hardin, sorry, Scott. I love the Trojans. Got them wrong. North Hardin's at Valley. Fort Knox is at Shawnee. So we got 3 Hardin County schools up in Louisville. And something else we missed, our Thurman Landing, which is a fantastic facility down in Sonora. They're having food trucks on Wednesday from 5 to 7. And I don't know if John talked about this, but the MaxiCon, I don't know if we missed that or not, but it's a comics mini-con convention, Pokemon. It's geared toward kids. They've got games and other things going on. That's from 10 to 5 at the Haycraft. If you look on Facebook, Maxwell Erickson or E-Town Comics have more information. You can stop by their new store out near Roses for more information. I was just in the Haycraft a few weeks ago for a comedy show. It's a great facility. And speaking of Social on Main, I was in a comedy show this weekend, and it was great too. So hopefully we got all that stuff done.
I think we do. I think we covered it all. And sorry about John over here. I guess he can look, but he can't talk or hear. So we appreciate all that work you put into those events. Coming up with those events for us, John, even though you couldn't share them with us. We did our best. Hopefully we hit all your main points. And we'll get that fixed for next week. Before we leave, though, I wanted to go ahead and give everybody an opportunity to scan our QR code. And also, that'll take you to hardinlocal.com, which I really want to hammer home the fact that we want you guys to follow us on any different platform you use. And the one that I really want to harp on today is YouTube, our YouTube channel. We only got 100 followers on there, which is pretty weak sauce. I think we can do better. So I would love it if you guys would go click on, scan that QR code or go to hardinlocal.com and go to our YouTube channel and go ahead and follow us and turn on notifications specifically for our live streams, because we live stream there too, but I also post all the clips and everything on YouTube. And then our other big channel we're trying to grow is our TikTok as well. So if you haven't followed us on TikTok and you use TikTok, go check us out on there. You can find the link on hardinlocal.com or by scanning that QR code right there. Anywho, that is all we have for you guys today, unless I'm missing something. Scott, do you have anything?
The only thing I have, I know John and Nate touched on Radcliffe events going on. We'll say if you all want to improve your speech or want to get involved with the local Toastmasters organization, that happens every third and first Tuesday of the month. So there's one going on tonight at 6:30. I forget the name. It's the Knox Alliance building right across from where the Renner Center is in Radcliffe. So if you want to improve your speaking capabilities or learn something about it, feel free to have it going on. But other than that, that's all I have.
I've got one more. The PAC, the Performing Arts Center at John Hardin, they're opening their 2025-26 season this weekend with a Tony Award-winning ragtime. I know I saw Scott's son perform in Footloose over there. It's a great facility to watch a show. I don't know a whole lot about ragtime. I don't know if I've ever paid attention to that. Maybe I heard some songs when I was younger. It looks like performances start September 19th, so we're looking at, Friday? Friday and Saturday, I'm assuming they've got stuff. Get your tickets at www.thepac.net. That's PAC. They also have a Facebook page under HCS space PAC, all caps, that you can follow. So that's going on too. I know this area's got so many great young kids in the performing arts, and it'd be great to just support them. I'm sure some of them really can sing. I can't sing for crap. So hopefully it's a good show.
Great. I was just going through showing some comments that we've had. Jamie was talking about the great double cheeseburger I think yesterday, which Jamie we talked about that earlier before you got here late, which we appreciate you showing up you get late. But yeah, it was a great event. I still have one more cheeseburger to eat. I got me an extra one, and it's in my fridge waiting for this stream to over. I'm gonna heat it up. So good.
And even though John can't talk, Chuck Hall said Purple Toad has put out a limited amount of Papal wine. So Purple Toad has it's an area brand. I mean, people know who it is. So they've got Papal wine for John to go check out.
Right. And we also had Jamie talking about let us judge that, Nate. All right, guys. Well, we're signing off. We're about to hit our hour. Which I think that's the first time we've hit it. We're 30 seconds away. We thank you guys for joining. We had quite a few watching the stream today. I think it was our most watched stream, so we appreciate you guys joining us. Check back here later today and tomorrow. I'll cut out each segment of the video and post the segment videos, and then I'll start making clips, and we'll start posting those clips out there as well. We appreciate if you see those clips, and if it's something that you support, sharing them on your page, so that we can get more people drawn over here to Hardin Local. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out, guys.